And Storm Team 44 meteorologist Gunnar Console is tracking the latest forecast for us tonight. Gunnar, temperatures outside keep going up and down and seemingly can't decide what they want to do from day to day.
Yeah, so springtime, even though it doesn't feel like we're in spring, even though it does feel like it, we're expecting these kind of swings because spring and fall are transition seasons. Really, only summer and winter exist, and it's those seasons between that we see those giant fluctuations. And we're going to be seeing a big drop in temperature after an impressive warm-up. So this week is going to be a prime example of what spring is actually like, where we're going to be dealing with that warmth. We can even feel that warmth out right now because temperatures aren't too bad. We are still seeing them in the 50s. Normally, our temperatures this time of the year should be in the upper 20s or low 30s. So things are going to be exceptionally warm throughout the night. That means that tonight we're not dropping all that much, only to around 46 degrees. And we'll be warming up to around 75, if you'll believe that. 75, almost 30 degrees above average. Remember in January when we had that Arctic blast, temperatures were about 20 degrees below average. This is basically the equivalent, but in the opposite direction. This is what exceptionally warm conditions in February looks like. So much so, this temperature tomorrow is going to be what our temperatures in May feel like. So it's going to be feeling like May out there tomorrow, almost summer-like out there. But take a look at this. The next couple of days, we see that warmth continue into Tuesday, but not into Wednesday. And that's because a big, strong cold front is going to move through, and it's going to be wringing out a lot of energy out of the atmosphere, which is why we're going to be dealing with the potential for some thunderstorms Tuesday and then severe weather on Wednesday. So here's that severe weather risk. We have a slight, which is a 2 out of 5 on the threat index in the yellow. So the most impacted communities, the communities most at threat, are going to be those basically west of the Wabash River or north of I-64. So we're looking at Vincennes, Knox, Davies, Lawrence, Richland counties, for example, even Wayne out towards Fairfield and Carmi. But right now we're looking at the biggest threats being some hail and strong winds. Maybe some localized flooding as well, but not necessarily the biggest concern. It's going to be those strong storms bringing gusty winds and large hail. So here's Tuesday. Tuesday, we're just expecting some strong thunderstorms, but not severe, and that's only in the early morning. We'll go all day, basically Tuesday, without seeing too much precipitation. The lunch hour just going to be mostly cloudy, and we'll just see a drizzle or two throughout our Tuesday. But then as we head into the overnight, sundown, we'll be dealing with strong storms as early as 2 a.m. This isn't going to be a perfect example. I'm not saying to expect a thunderstorm over Evansville at 2:14 Wednesday. I'm just saying that this is going to be the period when we start to see our activity pick up, and we'll be dealing with lots of strong thunderstorms throughout the tri-state. And look at this. Wednesday morning, we could even see, as that rain pushes out, some icing, maybe some sleet, maybe some freezing rain. Not a lot of models are on board with this scenario. Most, if not all models, agree that we'll be dealing with rainfall up until around 10 a.m., but a few models think that we'll be dealing with a little snowfall as we see that move out. So we are definitely going to be dealing with quite an interesting timeline. So expect those strong storms between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m. with that mixing possible around 8. Now I'll give you that coveted 7-day forecast and explain a little bit more on what we could expect coming up.